Hi everyone, I hope all of you guys are doing well. So today I'm going to share with you a conversation that I had with my brother Anuj Jindal. Anuj was also UPSC aspirant when I was also preparing for UPSC. We both actually appeared in interview two times together in the same year, and we both learned a lot from each other about the UPSC preparation. In fact, it was my brother who to some extent inspired me to take this exam. It was he because of whom initial days for me in UPSC became much easier because he was preparing for UPSC before me. And in fact, we both of us qualified for the interview twice together. So there were a lot of things that we both learned throughout this journey. And when we both went through this journey, we realized that every aspirant is different because he used to prepare in a very different way. I used to prepare in a very different way. But after we had a lot of conversations around what were the mistakes that he did, what were the mistakes that I did, what were the right things that he did, what were the right things that I did, we figured out that there is one special thing that I think a lot of aspirants miss out on. And if aspirants work on this one thing, then they can definitely stand out or they can definitely make their preparation much better. So what is this one thing? This one thing is, I think, application of knowledge. Lot of practicing of old papers, making lists of what kind of topics are coming in old papers and analyzing the old papers. So let me tell you this in a little bit of more detail that my brother and I talked about. My brother was very good at finding out the right sources for UPSC. He was very good at going through these sources and accumulating a lot of knowledge for the exam. And obviously all of you know that there are so many topics that are there in the exam listed in the syllabus also. So when you go through the syllabus, one of the things that a lot of aspirants miss out is that they don't go through the syllabus only. But what my brother was good at doing was he was very good at sorting out the syllabus. He was very good at identifying what were the various topics given in the syllabus and then figuring out what are sources that you required for that particular topic that was there in the syllabus. On the other hand, I was not necessarily very smart at figuring out these topics or figuring out what are the sources that I needed for what was given in the syllabus, but I was very good at figuring out what kind of questions were being asked in the UPSC exam, especially in the last few years, and then being able to analyze them, being able to figure out what I was doing right in my answer writing or my essay writing or my prelims questions and what I was doing wrong. Unfortunately, we discussed a lot of this only after our UPSC attempts were finally done. Like I was selected and he decided to pursue another career. So what we realized was that application of knowledge is something that is missing for a lot of aspirants, and sometimes for a lot of aspirants figuring out the syllabus, the sources, the right kind of way to study various topics that are given in the syllabus, that is missing for a lot of aspirants. And if these two things you can figure out well, then your UPSC journey actually becomes much easier. So let me give you an example of the first one, which is understanding the syllabus of UPSC. So I asked a lot of aspirants who were planning to appear for in the next 1 or 2 years for UPSC. I asked them, do they know what are the various topics given in the syllabus of UPSC? And to my surprise, all of them had all the books for UPSC, but many of them did not know what were the major topics that UPSC asks every year and what are the topics given in the syllabus, let alone what UPSC asks every year, what are the topics given in the UPSC syllabus. For example, pick up GS2, what are the various topics in GS2, what is the overall big classification of topics that come in GS2 versus GS3, what is the difference between GS2 and GS3. A lot of students did not even know that, a lot of aspirants did not even know that when I asked them about it. So that really surprised me because I was thinking that that is one of the top things that you need to do for UPSC. But if you are sitting there and your exam is coming up in the next 1.5 years, 2 years, without buying the sources, without buying any books, that should be the first thing you should do. You should really focus on figuring out what are the major topics, what are the major topics in the syllabus. And the syllabus should actually, you should just memorize the syllabus. You should know the syllabus inside out. You should be able to tell these are the topics which are coming from this part of the syllabus. Let's say you are reading newspaper. How will you read a newspaper effectively? कैसे पढ़ोगे newspaper को effectively? Only when that topics given in the UPSC syllabus, that is the topic you need to read from the newspaper. Nothing else in the newspaper really matters. Unfortunately, a lot of UPSC aspirants don't do right. this is what they miss out on. They are not able to figure out that these are the topics that come directly from syllabus, and we should be knowing the syllabus inside out. So one of my first recommendations to you is read the syllabus really well. And I'm telling you from personal experience, this has happened with me and my brother who both appeared for the exam. So don't discount this particular step. The second thing I want you to take away from this conversation I had with my brother is also about making a list of all the topics that are important from a UPSC perspective. Take out a pen or open your laptop or iPad, whatever you have, if you use an online app for making notes like Evernote or something, and write down various topics from various big topics, big subjects that are coming in UPSC every year. For example, let's say you are writing the topics of technology. There is a topic called science and technology. You know it, science and technology se questions aate hain. There are a lot of questions asked from science and technology. But beyond that, you need to go and make a list of what kind of science and tech topics have come in UPSC in the last 5 years. So print out UPSC previous year questions from UPSC website. Go through each and every question. You don't need to do this right away. You don't need to do this right in the start of a preparation. You can do it 2-3 months after you've started studying for UPSC and you have understood the syllabus somewhat. So take out that UPSC old question papers and read. Okay, this is science and tech question about blockchain technology. This is science and tech question about Web3. This is science and tech question about 5G technology. Write down that topic and write down what kind of question has been asked, what kind of information UPSC is expecting you to know. And then you focus on all those topics and any new additional topics like those topics that are there in the news, in the current affairs. But for static part, you don't need to do that. The good thing about static part is that if you write down these topics only, you will know 30-40 important topics you need to really prepare well for UPSC. Here, now you have done your preparation, made it much easier, focused on the right topics, and made it even more organized than you thought. So that is the second way. The first way, syllabus. Second way, the topics. And the third way, the most important way, is the application of knowledge, is the application of what you're studying on the piece of paper, both from the perspective of answer writing, essay writing, ethics answer writing, and number 4, prelims question solving. How to do that? Take out old question papers. In my book also, I have given the solution for 2021 mains, all the 4 GS 1 to 4 papers. You can look at them. But for previous year questions for prelims, you can definitely go ahead and just print out the old question papers. You can subscribe to a particular test series. You don't have to subscribe, you can find them on Telegram channels. Do a lot of old question paper solving. Write a lot of answers. This will improve your answer writing. Start somewhere, but keep doing it. Keep getting feedback from online sources. On Insights, you can post your answers and get feedback. On other online forums, you can post your answers. You can get feedback. I used to get feedback like that. There was no one to give me feedback. You can get feedback from the mock test series that you're taking. And then you can also get feedback from your own analysis. You can yourself develop your own technique to answer your questions. Whether basic kind of introduction is given or not. All these kind of things you can do. For essay writing also you can do that. Alright. Similarly, for previous year questions of prelims, those are much easier to evaluate. Those are much easier to understand. I have made a tons of videos on that. So you can look at that. What are the easier ways to eliminate, to find answers to certain questions, to do good guessing, calculated guessing. So all these kind of things will come together. Only promise to yourself that I will do a lot of old question papers or I will do a lot of mock tests, because that is what is very, very important for UPSC. And don't wait till the last moment to do them. Start within 2-3 months of your studies. Start it after you finish a particular topic. For that topic, you can go ahead and do your answer writing. You can do your prelims questions answering, or you can do your essay writing also. Essay writing, you will need entire year to improve your essay if you're not good at it. So all these kind of things I kind of had a conversation with my brother about, and he was also telling me that, I think what I missed out on was application of knowledge. Unless you have you will have application of knowledge only if you have an understanding of these things. And once you do application of knowledge, then you are pretty much set for your entire UPSC journey in a much better way. So let me know if you have any questions, and I will try to answer them. I will also tomorrow be talking in very detailed way about a few other things. for UPSC. Hopefully you can see that. Keep at your journey of UPSC. Don't give up in your journey of UPSC. You will feel a lot of ups and downs. You will feel good sometimes, bad sometimes. But if you just keep working, every day you wake up, there will be times when you will not feel like studying. You'll do light study on those days. There will be times you will have a very good flow. So you cover a lot on those days, but try to be as consistent as possible. You should be totally obsessed with your goals. You should have a lot of junoon for your goals, and I'm sure you can do it. But the thing is, you have to keep chasing your dreams, because it is the dreams, it is the hopes that we have for our future, that's what matters. And of course, I'm here to answer any of the questions you have. Take care. Bye bye.